Welcome to Victory Rogue. Each week I will draft a temporary team of Pokemon to try to climb the Pokemon Champion singles ladder. How far will I get? Tune in every Monday to find out. Sup Nerds, Free99 here. Welcome to the season finale of Victory Rogue Season 4. We don't have much of a strategy here. Let's quickly talk about it. For the bench warmer this time we have an Auroras. I thought we could get something going with like a snow team. It does have snow warning, so when it comes out, it will create a blizzard. Speaking of which, its best attack is going to be Blizzard. It becomes 100% accuracy while in the snow. Aura Veil is there to increase defense and special defense, which is basically like Reflect and Light Screen kind of put on top of each other. The caveat is it needs to be snowing when it activates the effect, or else it does nothing. Thunder Wave is there to lower speed. Calm Mind is there to increase special defense and special attack. The reason why we're not putting this in there is because there's really nothing to pair with it. Even if we used it as a solo like Blizzard spammer, 70 speed isn't a whole lot. Even if we gave it the Choice Scarf, you're looking at about, what's 35 plus 70, 105 movement speed. That's really nothing, to be honest. 200 health is a lot, yes. 136 defense is pretty good. 112 special defense is great, but it has way too many weaknesses. It dies to water, it dies to grass, it super dies to fighting type, it dies to earthquake. It does it die to fire? Does rock resist fire? Either way, it has too many weaknesses. So even with high health and pretty decent defenses, it's probably still gonna get one shot. Yes, we could give it the Focus Sash, but then like you get one Blizzard at most, and it doesn't even have like max special attack. Its nature is decreased speed, increased defense. So we're hitting not at peak special attack. Maybe if it had like an increased special attack nature, then we would have put it in and maybe risked like a Blizzard or tried to get an Aura Veil out, but it just didn't pan out. On to the actual team. We've got a Charizard here, this time the X Megastone. As you can see, it's got Dragon Dance, which increases physical attack and speed by one stage. Earthquake is a physical move. It hits a very broad range of Pokemon. Thunder Punch is there for anti-water, which is going to become annoying. Flying as well, but not so much. Flamethrower is a special attack and not physical, so we're kind of hoping on the sun still being around to give it that extra oomph. Max HP, max special attack. In terms of EV investments, increase special attack, negative speed. We need to get at least one Dragon Dance off, if not two, in order to be as fast as a regular Charizard X and be hitting fairly well with our two physical attacks. Like I said, this is not gonna be good. It does have solar power as its regular ability. When we go Mega though, it gets changed to Tough Claws, which means physical attacks that deal contact damage get increased in, well, damage, which means Earthquake doesn't do a whole lot more damage, but Thunder Punch will, and Flamethrower does not. It's a whole lot of wrong that maybe can become a whole lot of right in certain circumstances, but I'm not holding my breath. Chimecho is here. It does have a Mega Stone now. It becomes Steel Psychic when it Mega Evolves. I was really hoping we could find a Trick Room for this team, but that never really panned out. We need to have 6 Pokemon in the team, so Chimecho it is. Who knows, maybe we find a entire Fairy team or a full Ice team, and maybe we use Mega Chimecho. It does have Flash Cannon for Steel Stab, Psychic for Psychic Stab. Reflect is there, which is nice. It has the Levitate ability, and it keeps Levitate when it Mega Evolves. Wrap, I don't think we're ever going to use. Max HP, max special attack in terms of EV, so it is kind of bulky. But the nature is negative defense, increased special attack. So it has more special defense bulk than it does physical. That can come in handy. We are weak to something like Flamethrower or Dark Pulse, which we have seen quite a bit. That's really all there is to say about this. Torkoal is here. This is going to be our starter for most of the time. It's got max defense, max special attack, negative physical attack, increased defense in terms of nature. So it is as physically defensive as possible, while also having some special attack bulk. Eruption is our fire stab. Unfortunately, it's got 42 speed, which means we will probably get damaged by our opponent. So Eruption will deal less than 150 base damage. The way Eruption works, the closer you are to 100%, the closer you are to dealing that 150 damage. If you've reached 50% health, I believe it'll be like half, so 75 base damage. And then when we live with like 1 health or something, it'll be at basically 1 base power. Clear Smog is there in case our opponent is, say, a Gyarados. We faced quite a bit of those the other day, so we could Clear Smog their Dragon Dance and get rid of their stat boost. Solar Beam is nice to have. We do have Drought, so the moment they come in, they set up the sun. Solar Beam then becomes a 1-turn move. This will be our main DPS if we do live, because of, like I said, the drawback of Eruption. Stealth Rock is there. With 145 HP and 211 defense, there is a world where we survive an earthquake or something like a waterfall, so we can get Stealth Rocks in. Our main priority with Torkoal is to get the sun out. Then second priority is to get Stealth Rocks. Then after that, if we can do like a Clear Smog or a Solar Beam or something pro bono, great. But I'm not holding my breath for this. Like I said, I really wished we got something that could learn Trick Room this week. Victory Bell is here. Max attack, max speed. It does have Jolly Nature, so pretty good in terms of stats. Power Whip is, I want to say 120 base power, but 85% accuracy, which is kind of terrible. For some reason, we miss more than we hit, so that's not going to be great. But if we does hit it, we do have the stats to back it up. Sludge Wave is special damage, and we have negative special attack nature, so it's not going to be hitting us hard, but it is 100% accuracy, plus has a chance to poison our opponent. So as terrible as it is, just like Charizard here, we're physically built, but our special attack is going to be what tries to carry us. Toxic is there. We can try to put it up, but 90% accuracy, I don't know if it'll work or it'll be worth it. We have 85 defense and 90 special defense. We're not going to live a hit unless, you know, the sun is up and our opponent is using Water Gun. So it's not a good idea. Grassy Terrain is also there. It'll power up grass moves, and it'll heal any Pokemon that is touching the ground, i.e. non-levitate, non-flying types, for a little bit of health at the end of every turn. I don't know if that's worth setting up as well. We do have Chlorophyll, so while the sun is up, we get double speed. The 134 times 2 is 268. That can pretty much outspeed everything in the game, unboosted. And even with like a +1 or 2 boost, we should be able to outspeed quite a lot of different Pokemon. So we are able to hopefully attack first. Just whether or not we can take out the opponent in one shot is the question here. And because of that, to increase their DPS, I have given them the Life Orb as a held item. Heliolisk is here, another sun Pokemon-ish, air quotes on that. It's got the Choice Scarf. So its speed is increased by 1.5 times. It's got 116 speed, so half of that is what, 58? So that's like 70 speed, give or take, 170 speed. It's not as fast as something like a Victory Bell, but it is pretty decent. It's got negative speed, increased special defense as its nature, really bad. Max special defense, max special attacks in terms of EV investments. At least we got the max special attack, so it is hurting pretty hard. And it can take it can take like a aura sphere or like an earth power, I guess, if we cross our fingers hard enough. I hope anyway. Solar power is the ability. While the sun is up, it basically gets Life Orb. We trade health at the end of every turn for increased damage. Thunderbolt is what we're most likely going to lock ourselves in because we have the Choice Scarf. Glare is nice to have to try and paralyze the opponent, but I don't think we're going to lock ourselves into that. Same thing with Morning Sun. It's nice to have a heal, but if we're locking ourselves into a move, I would rather have it a damaging move. And then in the off chance our opponent has like 2 ground types or something, by the time Heliolisk comes out, we could technically lock ourselves into Grass Knot. That's also an option. Weavile is the final Pokemon. It really doesn't do anything with the Sun team. So it's kind of a quote-unquote bench warmer, kind of like Chimecho this time. But if we see our opponent having too many, I guess, Dragon types or Ground types or something, then we could use it. It's Dark and Ice. It's got Triple Axle. This is going to be our main damaging move. It hits up to 3 times, but each time it tries to hit, it does do the accuracy check. Triple Axle has 90% accuracy, so a lot of times it will hit for 3 times, but there are rare occurrences where it will only hit for 1. Because of that, we've given Weavile the Wide Lens, so it increases accuracy by 10%, giving Triple Axle 99% accuracy. And knowing our luck, it's gonna miss that 1% on our first shot or something. Icy Wind is here, 95% accuracy, special attack. It decreases, guaranteed, the opponent's speed by 1 stage. So let's say we start with Torkoal, we go into Weavile, we fight something that's super fast, we could use Icy Wind as Weavile goes down, and then Charizard can try to outspeed and take him out. Focus Punch is 150 base power, but here's the caveat. We need to not get hit by the opponent on the turn we use this. We could. There have been a lot of times where we fight a King Gambit. And because of how Sucker Punch works, no, because Focus Punch is a attacking move. I'm pretty sure Sucker Punch will still hit us. So that's not going to work. I thought, like, because Focus Punch doesn't actually deal damage until later, we could skirt around Sucker Punch, but that's not going to work. Maybe if we have a Pokemon that's definitely going to Sword Stance or something, Belly Drum, Azumarill maybe? I don't know. There is a world where it comes in handy and we gamble on it, but I don't see it happening. Fake Out is there. It's low base power, but it guarantees to go first and flinch the opponent, so we can get a bit of chip damage in that sense. Pickpocket, I believe, doesn't really do anything because we don't have a consumable in terms of held item, so there's no point of talking about it. It's got Adamant Nature, max attack, max speed in terms of EV investment, so it's hitting as physically hard as possible. Question is, can we actually hit the opponent with our 99% accuracy? Yeah, that's the team. Like I said, this is going to be the last episode for this season, because if we go into battle, there is 3 days remaining and I record once every Saturday. So this is going to be it. We are so close to ultra rank, but we just keep failing every single season, and it's honestly disheartening. I have thought of a way to kind of maybe tip the scales on our side. I don't know if I'm gonna implement it at all. Good luck, have fun to Yo-Yo411. I believe that's what it said. Yeah, Yayo4041. I was close. But either way, good luck, have fun to them. So they have 2 water types, 2 dragons, 2 fighting, 2 ground types. They have a lot of Pokemon that like intersect in terms of typing. The fact that they have dragon types leads me to want to use Weavile, to be honest. Like, maybe we start with the Weavile, we go into Torkoal, and then bank on Charizard in order to win this. Maybe that's a strat. They could start with the Blaziken and try to, like, speed boost us. That would be horrible. We can get the Fake Out off, but then after that, I don't really know how to hit them with. Maybe they just don't start with the Blaziken. That's just all there is to it. They have 6 Pokemon. It's a 1 in 6 chance that they start with it, but they could absolutely just sweep us with the Blaziken. We don't have any sort of priority move outside of Fake Out, is the unfortunate part. It's a Lucario lead. Okay, that's something. Weavile comes out. It would have been great if we started with the Torkoal, because it is a fire type. Let's go ahead and Fake Out. It's a bit of chip damage. It's better than not, I guess. 13% damage. Nice. They're guaranteed to... Oh, they have Inner Focus. They have Inner Focus, and they don't get flinched. That sucks. That actually sucks. Okay, and they're a special attacker, which means Torkoal's really frail special defense is just not gonna work here. I wonder if we can even get the stealth rocks off. I hope so. They're going for the water pulse. It still does quite a bit of damage. We don't have special defense. I'm thankful for the sun to decrease the damage that it's doing. We do get the stealth rocks off, so we can deal a bit of chip damage to whatever comes in. I think we try to go for the eruption. It's better than the solar beam that it's gonna resist. It has a mega stone. I don't know why it didn't mega before. Water pulse has very low base power, so they should have mega formed before to get out the extra damage from Technician. I don't know why they didn't. I'm very confused. Here comes Charizard. We know that they outspeed us. I don't know if we can take him out in one shot. I think we go for the flamethrower and see how it works. We should be setting up here. I don't think Lucario can learn... No, Lucario does have a way to learn Dragon Pulse, I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong. It does have Water Pulse, we know that. Okay, it doesn't do a whole lot, which is great. We get the confuse. See, this is what I'm talking about in terms of luck. Now we're gonna hit ourselves because we're that dumb. Okay, it didn't, which is nice. I appreciate it. But this is why I'm so scared of missing like the 85% accuracy, the 90% accuracy. We're just not lucky. Unfortunate as it is, and doing a series that requires luck, it's not great. We could hope that they concede here. They did not. It's a Greninja. We do have Thunder Punch, but we don't have that much in terms of physical attack. I want to Dragon Dance like once or twice. It's a waste of the sun, but it's better than nothing, honestly. And they're still hitting for paper-thin damage. We're still confused, which sucks. We do get the Dragon Dance off. I'll take that. I'll take that. We get one. Do we get greedy and do two? I kind of want to. They maybe not have anything else to hit us with. They probably have a Dark-type move. We're probably going to hit ourselves. Yeah, it's about time we hit ourselves. There goes the Ice Beam. That's neutral, but it does do a little bit more damage. Now I'm scared because we need to take him out. That's just all there is to it. We're still confused, which sucks. Come on now. Yeah, we're just not lucky enough. It's unfortunate. It really is. GG's Yayo041. Good luck on your climb. As I was saying, because we're so unlucky and we need a way to get over this like grade 1 hump, I have thought of a way to maybe skew things to our side, but I still want to keep it like roguelike adjacent. So I'm hemming and humming about maybe introducing something in the next season. Whether or not I'm going to do it, I still don't know. But I have thought of something to maybe try to get us hopefully closer to Master Rank. They have a pretty scary team. We don't really have anything for fairy types. Well, we do have Victory Bell. Maybe we just do the Torkoal, the Charizard, and the Victory Bell. We can hope that that works. I don't think Heliolisk is the right play here. Just because they have their own electric type, their ground type, and then we don't know if the Charizard is going to be part dragon or not. I don't want to risk it. I'm hoping they start with something like the Azumarill. It tries to belly dance and we take it out with Solar Beam. That could be great. One can hope. It is the Azumarill. Okay. Sure. Here comes Torkoal. Do they stay in and like belly drum is the question here. I think we go for the Solar Beam. We could have also gone for the Clear Smog in anticipation for them to belly drum. They're thinking, so they're probably going to switch out. Maybe they go for... No, they go for the Aqua Jet. Okay, they're trying to hit us. Cool. I like that. I like that. Here comes the Solar Beam. Gathering energy. Normally takes 2 turns, like I said, but because the sun is up, here comes the boom. 29% health. I'll take that. I will take that. They can no longer belly drum, so I think while they can't do anything to us, we set up the stealth rocks. I can also see them swapping because they don't want to lose the Azumarill this early. Yep, that's awesome. That gives us a free turn. I'll take that. I'll take that. Mimikyu comes out. Sure, that's fine. I can see it setting up Sword Stance. I feel like we should break its shield and destroy its stats boost with Clear Smog. It's also part fairy. Okay, it's not setting up, but it is fairy type. And wait, does Ghost resist poison? I guess it does. It didn't say super effective, so that's something. We critted for no reason. That was awesome. That's our luck, you know, rearing its ugly head again. It does lose a bit of health because the disguise broke. I think we go for the solar beam here. Maybe we swap out. Maybe we keep Torkoal. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. If we switch into Victory Bell, we tank. Can we even tank the Shadow Claw? It didn't boost itself, so I think we can. We go into Victory Bell. We save the sun for Torkoal still. We go into Victory Bell, and then we tank this Shadow Claw. We outspeed. Hopefully it doesn't kill us with Shadow Sneak. And then we take it out with Power Whip. That could be a play. The Power Whip hits. I'll take that. I'll take that. Pretty high base power. Mimikyu faints. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Life Orb is killing us, which is unfortunate. It'd be great if we were at full health, but sacrifices had to be made. We could also hope that because it's so far into the season, that there's no good players left in Great Ball. Like, we gotta keep our hopes up. As terrible as it is, we definitely have to keep our hopes up. We know that they have Aqua Jet, so we can hit with the Sludge Wave here. They didn't go for the Aqua Jet. That's crazy. Okay. I thought they would try to do as much damage as possible, but I guess they didn't. No, I'm not really counting on the turns. This could be the last turn of the sun. Okay, so the sun is up for a few more. Maybe if we didn't have the warm stone, heat stone, whatever it's called, then it might have been the last turn. We could go for the toxic here. I think I'm gonna go for the toxic here. I don't know if this is the wrong play. We could miss. We did hit. Okay, that's nice. That's good. The reason why I'm going for Toxic is because Belly Bolt can learn Parabolic Charge, so it does have a way to heal itself. It also has Slack Off, which is horrific. So it does have ways to heal itself. It's trying to stall out the sun. That's unfortunate for us. I think we go for the Power Whip because it's unresisted. We smack it quite a bit. 33%. That poison is going to start ranking up, so that's great for us. It went for the Volt Switch. Okay, we didn't have that much health left, and it cannot switch out because we already took out 2 of their Pokemon, so that's good for us. The Sunlight fainted, which is perfect timing because now we can release the Torkoal again. It doesn't really need to do anything. Just set up the sun for our Charizard. I mean, if you can tank 1 or 2 hits, that would be great. Let the poison kill the Belly Bolt. Do we go for the Clear Smog? No, we go for the Solar Beam. It's lacking off, so it's trying to keep itself healthy. Unfortunately, the longer it takes, the more the toxic damage will rank up. I don't even know if they're gonna have a positive gain in damage from this. Okay, well, they definitely are, from the looks of it. Just because we don't have that much in terms of physical or special attack. Yeah, 42%. They gained about 10% health. They also do have the leftovers. They're still trying to slack off. I think so. 42%, right? Let's see how much they are left with. Here comes the damage. 68. Okay. Leftovers healing. That puts them back up to 74. And then poison damage 50. So they're still gaining a bit. Maybe we go for eruption if they're still not going to attack us. We're at about... Okay, they finally attacked us. But the poison damage should get them back down to like 40-something%, I'm pretty sure. Even after leftovers. It's been racking up pretty high. Yeah, like 26%. All that to stall out the sun, and it's still up. That's great for us. I think we finally take him out here with a Mega into Earthquake. Just to get rid of our flying type. Best part is, Dragon does resist electric. So they're not gonna hit us that hard with Volt Switch. Oh, we're faster than them. That's nice. That's cool. Down goes an opponent. If we... again, if one thing happened, other thing would have happened. GG's to our opponent, by the way. If we won that first fight, we would have been an Ultra Ball. It sucks. We hit ourselves twice in a row with Confusion. And it just... It's horrific. Let's continue battling. We've got a lot of time ahead of us. But yeah, I was thinking something like... Oh, we found our next opponent. Xavier, good luck, have fun to you. What kind of a team do they have? Shiny Tyranitar. Cool, shiny Raichu as well. Okay, that's neat. They might start with the Tyranitar, which is a little unfortunate for us. Good thing Torkoal is very slow. Yeah, I think we go Torkoal, we go Victory Bell, we go Charizard. I don't see any other reason to go otherwise. Earthquake takes out the Excadrill. We don't really have a Dragon-type move to take out the Garchomp. We have Earthquake for Raichu. And then Victory Bell has poison attacks for the two fairy types. Earthquake and... what was it? The grass-type move that we have can also take out the Tyranitar. So we are in a good position using the Sun team. Whether or not we can actually do something with it is the million-dollar question. They're starting with the Tyranitar. We saw that coming. Is it a Mega Tyranitar in order to get rid of the Sun is the question here. So the way that weather works, because their Tyranitar is faster, their weather sets up before ours, which means our slower weather overwrites theirs. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Okay, so it is a Mega Tyranitar. They're gonna set up the sand again, which is fine. I'm okay with that. They're usually physically built, which means our Torkoal should be able to take a damage here. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Heat Rock is gone, which is unfortunate, but we do get to set up Stealth Rocks here. They're probably gonna go for like Earthquake or something. I think we swap out into Victory Bell here. This might be showing our hand a little too fast, but I would rather have us the Sun up. The way that I'm thinking here, we swap out Torkoal, put in Victory Bell, they hit us with something, hopefully we survive. Then we swap Torkoal in, and they don't swap out their Tyranitar ever, so we get to keep the Sun up. Although we are in a pretty bad position, because they could also swap out their Tyranitar and just get rid of everything. Torkoal's going out. Here comes Victory Bell. What are they hitting us with? Rock Slide. We should resist that. We don't resist. Okay, grass doesn't resist falling rocks. That's good to know. Do we outspeed is the question. I don't think we do, but I'm still going to try to go for the Power Whip here. We do outspeed. It hits them pretty hard. 0%. Thank you. Thank you. Insta-kill with the Victory Bell. Now we don't have to worry about the Weather War. We lose a bit of Life Orb. We lose a bit of Sand. We're still at 6 health. That's nice. They haven't set up rocks, so that's not bad. Excadrill comes out. We need to set up the Sun. We go into Torkoal. They're probably going to hit us with a ground type move. Torkoal goes down, but at least the sun is up and they can't bring it back. Unless, of course, Excadrill has Sandstorm, in which case we're screwed. There goes the Earthquake. We know we're probably not going to live this. Yeah, we were already at less than half health. But at least the sun is up. And that's what matters. Because if Excadrill does have Sandstorm, it's not going to matter because Victory Bell will go first thanks to its Chlorophyll boost and maybe deal a lot of damage with Power Whip. I'm hoping it's an insta-kill as well. It's going to be neutral damage. But because they have an Excadrill, there is a world where we don't Mega our Charizard in order to keep the Flying type, in order to dodge the ground attack. Their last Pokemon could very well be like a Garchomp, which is more of a reason to not Mega our Excadrill, or our Charizard, because then we'll be weak to Dragon. Decisions. It is a Garchomp. Okay, sure. Okay. I think we just go for it with the Flamethrower. There's no point of Dragon Dancing. It's not... Okay, maybe we do Dragon Dance, because Earthquake is neutral, but we have the Sun. Let's see how much damage Flamethrower is. They're using Rock Slide. We're 4 times weak to that. We're dead. Yeah, that's the other unfortunate part. If we didn't Mega, then we dodged the Earthquake, and there was a world where they just hit us with a Dragon type attack. But at the same time, like if we do Mega and they do hit us with a Dragon type attack, we're just dead. Or if we do Mega and they, for some reason, saw it coming and hit us with an Earthquake, we still die. It's a catch-22. It's lose-lose no matter what. A little unfortunate, but what can you do? GG's to our previous opponent, Xavier, I believe it was. Good luck, have fun, Lightning. As long as we don't D-rank, I'll be happy. They've got 2 starters with them. A Tyranitar, a Hisuian Gudra, and a Dragonite. Okay, that's a crazy team. I think we still go for, like, what we have. It's like our only option, to be honest. We could maybe try a Weavile in there. Maybe a Weavile lead. But what would it even accomplish? It's neutral to the Gudra. It's neutral to the Charizard. We won't have anything to hit the Blastoise with. It's neutral to the Tyranitar. The Lucario will just murder us. I don't think we go Weavile. It's a bad week. It's a real bad week, which is very unfortunate. It's a Dragonite lead. We get the Torkoal out. It's probably Mega Dragonite. I'm gonna go ahead with the Stealth Rocks. They're probably gonna hit us with, like, Hurricane or something. I'm hoping we survive. It is a special Dragonite. Mega Dragonites are usually special. Question is, how are we gonna break the passive? Hydro Pump hits, but the sun is up. But we have paper thin defenses, so it doesn't matter. It still has multi-scale, which is the unfortunate part. And then it probably has Fire Blast. So it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. We can hope that the Hydro Pump misses. It never misses. We're never that lucky. Hydro Pump hits twice in a row. I believe it's like 80% accuracy, 90% accuracy, something like that. But our opponent never misses with it. We should outspeed it, at the very least. It hasn't Dragon Danced or anything. We can get rid of its multi-scale with Sludge Wave at least. Hit first. Maybe they miss with the Fire Blast. We can always hope. Maybe we poison them. We never poison them. There's the Ice Beam. Okay, so it wasn't Fire Blast. It was Ice Beam that kills us. And now comes the Dragonite. If we Mega, we're susceptible to Draco Meteor. If we don't Mega, we're susceptible to Hydro Pump. Regardless, we're screwed. We need to at least Dragon Dance once to try to outspeed the Dragonite. I don't even know if we're gonna outspeed it. 150 speed isn't that isn't that fast. They hit the Hydro Pump 3 times in a row. At least it's neutral. Plus the sun is nerfing it a bit. Here comes the Dragon Dance. We either hit first and tank the other Hydro Pump, or we hit second and we just lose to everything else that comes out. Thunder Punch at least gets boosted with the Tough Claws. I don't know if it's gonna do a whole lot. It's not even halfway. Draco Meteor is just gonna murder us. They hit the 90%, which always happens. For some reason, we're the ones who miss and hit ourselves in confusion. It sounds like I'm complaining a lot here, and that's because I am. Apologies to anybody turned off by it, but it is what it is. We're now in Great Ball tier rank 1 with no blips, so that's fun. That's awesome. Is there anything we can do to try to salvage this team? Not really. We could maybe try to tag in the Auroras, put in a Focus Sash in order to get out the Aura Veil, and then we swap out the Snow for the Sun with Torkoal. That could be a play. Make our Pokemon just a tad bit bulkier. What are we doing here? The same play, honestly. Like, there's no reason to put in Chimecho. Is there a reason to put in the Heliolisk? Is Thunderbolt gonna matter? Choice Scarf Thunderbolt against the Zero to Hero? Good luck, have fun, by the way, Taylor. Isn't really gonna matter a whole lot. Their starter is probably Gengar to try to sweep us. Like, murder our Pokemon with Sludge Wave and then put up the... what's that move called? Destiny Bond? When it's about to die. Hydreigon lead. Okay, I was wrong. To be fair, we don't have anything against them Hydreigon. We do have the Weavile, but it's not here. Let's go ahead for the Stealth Rocks. Hopefully, Assurance. Did we finally hit another? No, this is our 2 losses. This is our 2 losses in a row. So yeah, this is the bot fight. I completely forgot. Okay, well, if it's the bot fight, then we should have definitely used the Chimecho. I would have loved to showcase it. It looks awesome. But unfortunately, that's not the case. That's not the case. Dragon Pulse is hurtful. Maybe this isn't the... Ooh, this is horrific. We go for the Dragon... We may have just thrown here. Okay, they went for the Lash Out. That's still gonna hurt a lot. I'm hoping... Okay, we do live. I'm hoping this Dragon Dance is enough to outspeed it. And then we can hurt it with the Solar Power. We need to get rid of that now. Earthquake isn't gonna do anything. It has Levitate. So we need to go for, like, the Thunder Punch or something. If there is a world where Flamethrower does more damage, because we have the max special attack, it is Sunny, and it is Stab. I don't know, I'm panicking here. We're about to lose a bot fight, and it's crazy. It's actually crazy. We did nothing to them. Oh boy. At least it's paralyzed. Can we be lucky enough that it's paralyzed? No, it would rather lash out at us for being dumb. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Oh dear. Yeah, Victory Bell comes out. Power Whip isn't gonna do anything. So Sludge Wave has to be the play. Unfortunately, we're a physical attacker. It at least does a decent amount. I'll take that. I'll take that. Assurance, cool, they're going for the weak... It's a weak attack, but because our defenses are paper thin, it does a lot of damage. We took out the Hydreigon, but I don't know if the Life Orb will kill us. Also, it took us 2 Pokemon to take out one of theirs, and that's very horrific. Beedrill comes out. Can we even hurt it? This sucks. This actually sucks. Okay, Sludge Wave, it is done. Please do a lot. It does nothing. I think we died to the Life Orb before the Beedrill can even touch us. Okay, 3 health. That's something. Can you do a status move? It can, okay. Now, is it gonna outspeed and kill us the next turn? That's the question here. We are actually having a tough time fighting the bot here. 12% health, okay. Sure. At least we still outsped it. Life Orb does kill us. It's probably gonna go for the agility again. So it's super fast. The sun is about to disappear. That's good. So at least we get 8 turns with Torkoal. I'll take that. I'll take that. We have to go for the eruption. There's nothing else. Here comes the X-Scissor. At least it's physical. It doesn't do a whole lot. It might not be 150 base, but at least we can deal 12% of damage. That's an amazing animation for such a very terrible move. Like, unless you have Trick Room up and Camera up with like 2 speed, you're never gonna get the full 150 base. Gengar's out. We have to go for the eruption. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. Shadow Punch is physical. Shadow Punch is physical. I'll take that. I'll take that. Here comes the eruption. It's probably at like 70 to 80 base power right now. They're at 7% health. As long as they don't kill us, we win. Yeah. Also, Clear Smog is mostly ineffective. Nightshade is... no, it does like 50 damage? Something like that? But now we even have less health, so Eruption is gonna do even less damage. But because of the sun being up, we oh my god. I can't believe that was an actual fight. I can see why some people who aren't well-versed in Pokemon battles can like look past the fact that they're bots, because they do still put up somewhat of a threat. I can't believe I'm saying this. Okay, next match. What do we have here? Who are we fighting? Andy. Good luck, have fun, Andy. Another Tyranitar. There's so many Tyranitars this time around. It's crazy. Maybe... no, there's still no reason to use Heliolisk over Victory Bell. Because, like, even their water type is part ground. Yeah. Is there a reason to use Weavile over Victory Bell? They have a dragon type. You're neutral against the Swampert. You're neutral against the ground steel. What is it? I just saw it like a few battles ago. The Electros is gonna be annoying though, and we have no ground types. Well, it has Levitate, so it doesn't matter anyways. This is gonna suck. This is actually gonna suck. Yeah, maybe we stick to Old Faithful and just pray for the best. Good luck, have fun, Andy. Dragapult lead. Okay, that's horrific. Torkoal comes out. What are we even gonna do to the Dragapult is the best question here. We can put up the Stealth Rocks, that's something. There goes the Dragon Darts. At least it's physical. That's something. Second hit was crit, which is horrific. It got us down to half health. Eruption's gonna be worthless because we're gonna be down to like no health, which means we have to go for the Solar Beam here. They couldn't even give us like Flamethrower for Torkoal, which is a little annoying. Dragon Darts again. If it crits us again, we're screwed. Okay, no crit, but we do live. We get to deal some damage to it. If it has a Focus Sash, it's gone now. So that's something. We did 20% in damage. 20%, folks. Clear Smog would have done even less, and they haven't even boosted themselves in any way. So, do we go straight into Charizard and maybe get a Dragon Dance out? Or do we go Victory Bell? I think we go into Charizard because we can at least hit him with Earthquake. I don't think it has Levitate as the ability, but I could be horribly wrong. We're not gonna Mega because the Dragon Darts will hurt even more. I mean, it's hurting regardless. We can... Here's the problem, right? It's super fast. It's like Noivern or Greninja terms of speed. So I don't even think the one Dragon Dance helped. Are we gonna Mega here? Does it even matter? It might give us a bit more damage. But watch it actually have Levitate. I think it's Infiltrator. I want to say the ability is Infiltrator, but I could be wrong. It's gonna Dragon Darts anyways. Yeah, we're screwed. This is a horrible week. Also, if any of you are ever wondering if I'm just like cherry picking what pulls I get, here's your answer. I get what I get and I run with it. I have like 250, close to 300 of those reroll tickets in my inventory, because you get like 12 a day or whatever, plus whatever you get from the battle pass. Yep, we're dead. It's just sitting in my account doing nothing. GG's, Andy, GG's. Do we keep going? Do we risk going into Great Ball Tier Rank 2? I think we do, because that'll be our second loss, which means we can end off with a final bot fight. So that's gonna be fun. We can sweat again against the bot. Good luck, have fun. I don't know how to pronounce your name. A Staraptor. That's terrifying. So fun fact, Staraptor has a Mega Form now, and they gave it Contrary. So it has Close Combat Contrary. Let that sink in for a moment. I think because I'm terrified of the Close Combat Contrary, we finally put in the Heliolisk. We go Torkoal, Heliolisk, Charizard. Yes, we're technically weak to the Fighting type move, but I'm hoping that we outspeed it. 150 isn't a whole lot of speed. I keep saying like between 150 to like 100 is regular speed. Less than 100 I would consider slow. Under 50 is what I would consider like Trick Room. And then like over 150 is what I would consider fast. Garchomp lead, okay. We're probably trading Stealth Rocks here. And then it's gonna try to kill us with Earthquake. Or it doesn't set up Stealth Rocks at all and it just tries to kill us with Earthquake right away. Okay, it's buffing itself. It wants to kill us right away. Question is, does it have Rock Slide up just like the other Garchomp that we've seen? We go for the Solar Beam, it's our hardest hitting move. There goes the Earthquake. Do we tank this? 210 defense, doesn't matter when it's Stab, Swords Dance, Earthquake. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we go for the Charizard. We pray that it doesn't have Falling Rocks, and then we go for the Dragon Dance and outspeed it next turn. It has Rock Tomb. It does have Falling Rocks. We're screwed. We're dead. We are so gone. We're locking ourselves into Grass Knot, and then we fall over and die. That's all there is to it. It probably outspeeds us too, now that I think about it. They're like, what is this Helios doing here? It doesn't even do 50% damage. And it does contact? Today I learned Grass Knot does contact damage. Go figure. GG's, Andy. GG's. So with our second loss, we should be able to get a bot game. And then I can at least show off what Mega Chandelure looks like. Oh, this isn't Andy. Andy was last fight. GG's. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Back down to Great Bulk here, rank 2 we go. Alright, final battle. Give us the bot. Make me feel good. If this is an actual human, good luck, have fun to you. It does look like a bot team. What do we do? Like Chimecho, Weavile, Charizard? No, there's no point of Charizard because we don't have the sun. Or... well, we could still set up with the Dragon Dance. No, because we can't even Mega. Heliolisk is still something. We can still lock ourselves into Thunderbolt. As long as... no, we go for the Torkoal, right? Maybe we go for the Torkoal lead? With Chimecho and Weavile in the back. We get out the Stealth Rocks to try to do a bit of chip damage to everything. Maybe deal half damage to Charizard if they're using it. It's a Drampa lead, so that's horrific. Do we have anything that hurts a Drampa? Not really. Cloud 9 is here, that means weather doesn't actually do anything, so that's fun. Stealth Rocks comes out. We're going for the Facade. So that's good. We're not losing so much health. I think we keep the Torkoal in, and we just try to kill him with Eruption, maybe. They're faster than us, which is horrific, so our attack gets worse before we actually pull it off. They resist this, plus the sun buff isn't here. Maybe we do switch out. We have the Weavile. If it still goes for the Facade, hopefully we don't die to it. And we kill it with the Triple Axle. That's a play. It went for the Dragon Claw. It was stabbed, but at least we didn't take so much damage. Here comes the Triple Axle. First hit, crit. Cool, amazing. Second hit. All we needed was 2. What is their next Pokemon? Whimsicott. Grass Fairy. This is perfect. Fairy types die to steel. So we can go into Chimecho here. We also should resist everything that they're doing. Unless they pull an Uno reverse and somehow have Flamethrower. A Seed Bomb? Yeah, we resist that. Awesome. Now, prepare for the Majesty known as Mega Chimecho. Isn't it awesome? It becomes like a... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, obviously it has like other chimes with it. It's obviously a wind chime, but the face of it, like the little metal part, is like the face of what's the first form? That's what I'm blanking on. Chingling? Is it Chingling? Is it Chingling that evolves into Chimecho? I could be pronouncing that wrong. We are taunted, so we cannot even fly to reflect. I forgot. Flash Cannon here deals a decent amount of damage. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, Mega Chimecho is a Chimecho inside the frame of a Chingling, and then it's got like other little chimes onto it that looks like itself. I love the little bow on top. It's really cute. It looks like one of those one of those things that you would see in like a Japanese temple for some reason. It's giving me that vibe. Are you finally gonna attack? Okay, Stomping Tantrum. We have Levitate, so that's nice. Here goes Flash Cannon. And yeah, that's gonna be it for Season 4. At least we ended in a win. It is a win against a bot, so take that as you will. But we did end with a win. And we did technically win, like, one fight against a human with this team, so I can't be too salty. Made it back to Great Ball Tier Rank 1, so that's even better. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, I do have an idea on how to tip the scales into our favor, but whether or not I'm gonna implement it is still up in the air. I kind of want to keep it pure, but as you can see, there are just some weeks where we get the worst of the worst, and trying to muster up a team design from it is just impossible. So I do want to inject some form of, hey, we might have a terrible team, but that doesn't mean it's like the worst possible team, in a way. So tune in next week to see if it comes into fruition. As always, I've been Free99. You've all been amazing. I'll catch you next time.